Korsaki, did you enjoy watching your favorite TV show?
花より団子はいつ見ても飽きないね。
Can you please remind everyone what we're talking about?
オンとオフは仕事に関連する様々な状態を表すのに使われてて、勤務中かどうかとか、活動中かどうかとか、シンプルに表せる便利な表現だったよね。
Yeah, and in part one, we talked about on the air and off the air and how those expressions are used with broadcast TV and radio. But in general, for a lot of jobs, people clock in when they arrive and they clock out as they're leaving. You might have seen those punch cards that people use at their jobs.
到着した時にクロックインして、帰る時にクロックアウトするんだ。なるほどね。打刻カードみたいなことか。このクロックって動詞？
Yeah, clock is used as a verb in these examples. A couple of other expressions are on the clock and off the clock.
もうわかった。on the clock は働いてて給料もらってる状態ってことで、off the clock は働いてない状態ってことね。
You can use all four of these expressions even if you don't use a punch card. Now, for some jobs, people are on duty or off duty. I think the most common job that uses these two expressions is police work. So if a cop is off duty, they're free to go have a beer with their friends. But if they're on duty, they definitely can't.
オンデューティーとかオフデューティーっていう言い方もあって、警察の仕事でよく使われるんだね。医者もそう？Oh,
yeah, a doctor definitely can't drink alcohol when they're on duty. They also might not be allowed to drink alcohol if they're on call.
On call?
Yeah, a doctor might not be on duty. They might be at home watching Hanayori Dango on the sofa. But they still might be on call in case there's an emergency at the hospital.
確かに医者は仕事じゃない時も病院で緊急事態があったらオンコールで対応しなきゃいけないもんね。連絡があったらすぐに駆けつけなきゃだもんね。
Firefighters too, and ambulance drivers. Now, you and I are kind of freelance, but we still have deadlines to upload these videos for people to watch. So like newspaper reporters, we are on a deadline.
そうだね。私たちは動画の締め切りに追われてるよね。てかすごい、オンとオフを使った仕事関連のフレーズたくさんあるんだね。
Yes, there might be more expressions for this topic. But in the meantime, whether you're a doctor or a police officer or an office worker or even a student, if you're watching these videos, that probably means that you're a hard worker.
この動画を見てくれているあなたはきっと頑張り屋さんだと思います。私たちもあなたをサポートできるように頑張るので、これからもよろしくお願いします。